side, 35-30, 25-20. Chris Douglas 10, Chris Douglas 5, touchdown!
Hooray, Blue Devils!
This is the Duke Football Show with the head coach of the Blue Devils, Carl Franks.
We're glad you could join us for another Duke Football Show with Coach Carl Franks. The Blue Devils playing the Vanderbilt Commodores at Wallace Wade Stadium. And, Coach, it was a good crowd on hand, a great atmosphere. The weather was crisp and cool, and it was a little windy, though, and I think that had something to do with the ball game. It affected both teams the same way. I'm not saying that, but it did have an effect on the game, didn't it?
Well, it did have a little bit of effect on the game. Start the game out, we wanted to hopefully win the toss. We wanted to defer. That way we could kick the ball off with the wind, hopefully pin Vanderbilt down, force them to punt into the wind, and then we would have not so far to go on offense to score. The wind was swirling a little bit, made some of the passes a little bit iffy in there. So we wanted to start out trying to run the football, and we did run the ball very well at the beginning. And you know, it really turned out to be a beautiful football day. I got awful cold on the sideline, but I know the players, it worked out really nice for them today.
Yeah, it was a game where you ran over 90 plays and you picked up over 500 yards total offense, so you were able to move the ball well.
Well, we moved the ball pretty good. We just didn't take care of the ball as well as we needed to take care of it. It may have been one of our all-time highs, 94 plays for about 538 yards. But the other problem was I think Vanderbilt ran about 56 plays for about 513. So they did a lot more with their plays than we were able to do with ours.
All right, there was a lot of activity in this ball game, as we'll show you when we come back and take a look at the highlights. Lots more coming up on the Duke Football Show with Coach Carl Franks.
All I wanna do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. All I wanna do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You let me change lanes driving in my car. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are.
This is Kingston County, Maine. There are 4 surfers here: Bug, Simon, Mooney, and me. The waves are kind of small, and we only have 1 surfboard. Most of the time, I'll just ride a few waves and come back in. You know, sometimes talking about surfing with your friends is better than surfing without them.
Life tastes good, Coca-Cola.
Duke Football is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By McDonald's. Add a warm, delicious Nestle Toll House cookie to any McDonald's extra value meal after a Blue Devil win for only 59 cents. And by Durham Coca-Cola Bottling.
Well, as Coach Frank said in the opening comments, Blue Devils wanted to win the toss, which they did. You elected to defer to the second half, and Vanderbilt took the kickoff. Well, you held them down, forced a punt, and then drove right down the field only to fumble at the half-yard line. And what kind of effect did that have on the team, Coach?
Well, I don't know if it had a great deal of effect at that point, because I think everybody knew that we could move the football. I think we threw 1 pass in that drive. We felt like we could run the ball, and our offensive line was coming off, blocking well. Our guys were running well. We had a little special play we'd set up for Corey Sharp, and he took it around the left side, took it right down there to the goal line, and the ball comes out. Now, our receivers have had a few more fumbles than our running backs, and we've got to work on our ball security a little bit better, and we've also got to work on taking care of the football when we're throwing it. But we were still able to continue to run the football. We just weren't able to eliminate a lot of the big plays that Vanderbilt was able to get in the first half.
Chris Douglas ran the ball extremely well. He was over 100 yards in the first half.
Well, he did. He had a great day. He ran for right at 170. I think it was 169 yards. He's a guy that, you know, we put him in at quarterback some to do a couple of different things with him. You know, D's legs been bothering him a great deal, so we can't do a lot of things that we like to do with D, and it limits him a little bit at quarterback and being able to scramble around and make guys miss him. It takes away part of his game. So in an effort to find ways to get Chris Douglas the ball, we figured we'd put Chris in at quarterback and let him run it a little bit, let him hand it off a little bit, which we did to Alex Wade. So maybe we can continue to expand on that part of our offense.
I'll tell you what, I thought you were running single wing there for a few minutes, Coach, with Chris there at tailback and taking the direct snap. All right, as we said, lots of highlights coming up as we see now in these first half highlights.
Well, we get the ball, and we wanted to establish the run. You're going to watch Chris Douglas get the ball a bunch of times. I think in this first drive, we threw the ball one time. You're going to get a chance to see it right here. The card sharp, that was for the first down. Then we go back to Chris Douglas. He's playing quarterback. We wanted to, we said, get the ball in his hands. Here he is on the draw play, going off the left side. Got to get him to get that ball in his outside arm once he makes that cut out there. And then we run a little special play to card sharp, and we don't put the ball away. You know, everybody has scored on Vanderbilt on their first possession this year, except us. And now here we go. On the next drive, we get the ball to Chris Douglas again. You're going to see Kyle Moore coming around the right side on the next play. And we're moving the ball. We're running the ball and moving it very well on. Here's a little sweet play to Chris Douglas, cuts it back up inside, does a nice job of splitting the defenders. Alex Wade rumbles up inside for the touchdown, and we're up 7-0. Then Vanderbilt gets the ball. And you see Thomas here, he bobbles the ball, and they gave us a lot of opportunities to get fumbles. He got hurt later on. It's kind of sad to see him go out of the game because the way he was bobbling around. Here's a great chance for an interception for us. Kenny Stanford breaks it up, and then here's Stricker on a catch tackled by Shar. Then here's a pass right down the middle of the field. Our free safety's supposed to be back there helping out. He reacted up on the run. Here's Chris Douglas on the keep. We got him out wide. D's trying to get in the way of one of their defenders. Then we throw the ball here to Earl Jackson, a little fade route. They were blitzing, and we just kind of threw a little pass to him. Great throw by D. Now we got Mike Hart wide open, and D just tried to get it to him real fast. Right here, Brent Garber's got plenty of leg to make this. He just hit under the ball a little bit. It was into the wind. Now here's an option play. And obviously we have problems playing the option and making tackles. There's one missed tackle, and then there's nobody else that gets near him until right there at the end where we had Ronnie Hamilton and a couple other guys to get in there and stop him. Here's Orrin Thompson coming in, pressuring Zolman, and Jimmy Shar helps finish him off. They fake the little sweep play and then just dump it off to Williams, and then they give it to Williams for the touchdown. We've got to get where we can play better on the goal line. People have great success on us around the goal line. We go back to handing the ball to Chris Douglas again. Does a nice job of reading his blocking. Then here's D, throw it past to Corey Sharp. Great corner route, great throw and catch. I think that's Corey's only catch of the day. We were trying to get him some deep balls. Here's a pass to Reggie Love. Reggie's been a little hurt with his hamstring. Nice handoff to Alex Wade, running over one of their DBs. A little fake inside to Chris Douglas, and a nice touchdown pass to Nick Brzezinski. We're second in the conference when we get inside the scoring zone.
It was our first house, and shortly before my parents' grand inspection, there was a tiny problem. I told my State Farm agent I had to get it fixed fast.
When you choose State Farm's Premier Service Claims Program, there's no calling around for estimates. You just go straight to a participating contractor, and they'll guarantee their work.
So this is it?
It's just that simple.
Boy, they don't build them like this anymore. They don't.
Premier Service, just one more way. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fierce, so bold. It's fierce.
Why don't you go to work, Daddy?
I work here.
You don't have a sign outside?
Well, I do, sort of.
Nah.
Oh, I have a secretary. And a receptionist.
No, you don't. It always seems like you work at all.
Verizon puts together the world's most powerful technologies so you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. Verizon.
People, you're probably wondering why Barnes is in the corner. Well, I'm trying to make a point. Let's pretend that Barnes is a shipment to China. Barnes, how long have you been there?
4, maybe 5 days.
Yeah, for some reason it's taking 4, maybe 5 days for our shipments to get to China. I find that amusing to the point of absurdity. Find a way to ship it faster, we'll kick some major bootay.
UPS now flies nonstop to China 6 times a week. That means faster transit times and more shipping options.
Sir?
Do packages talk, Barnes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Nobody delivers China faster.
Duke football is brought to you by your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. For the Mercedes-Benz dealer nearest you, call 1-800-4MERCEDES or visit our website at mbusa.com. And by Verizon. Do whatever you want, whenever you want. Verizon, how to get life done.
There's more to the life of a college football player than what the average fan sees on Saturday afternoon. And I'm not talking about practice during the week either. I'm talking about things that these players do for the community. And Coach, you as a head coach and a coaching staff want to see your players become involved in the community and helping people who are less fortunate, no matter what it might be, whether it's a charity drive or a program to work with the education of the people here in the Durham community.
Well, I think it's very important for our players to give something back to the community. Where our football players are very fortunate. You know, the gifts that they've been given to be able to play sports and to be involved and be successful as they've been. And then to have a chance to give back something, especially to the young people in this community, is very, very important. We have a Read with the Blue Devils program where our young men go out into the schools and have a chance to sit down with 3rd and 4th graders, and hopefully they'll have an impact on their lives. And I also think it's important our guys go and visit the Children's Hospital here at Duke. You know, whenever you start feeling bad or sorry for yourself about the way things are going in life, or maybe a little injury that you have, to be able to go over there and see those children and the way that they're fighting through a lot of illnesses and injuries that they've had, I think is extremely important for our players to go and have an opportunity to see that, and have an opportunity also to visit with those with those kids and just sit around and visit with them and give them some pleasure, give them a chance to see some football players. I think it's very important for our guys to have that experience, and then also to give those children that experience.
While youngsters hear about the importance of reading every day from teachers and parents, an occasional school visit from a special guest often provides extra incentive and motivation. The Verizon Read with the Blue Devils program provides that encouragement, with the athletes visiting 3rd and 4th graders in the Durham Public Schools.
Not looking very happy to me.
Former Duke defensive tackle Troy Austin was a part of the Read with the Blue Devils as a player, and now he heads up a program that he's very proud of.
I do love it because I know how much the athletes love it. I haven't taken a player out who hasn't said, you know, that was great, you know, when can I do that again, or I'd love to do that again. And I know the kids love it. They love seeing the guys, love asking them questions about football and school. And I know it leaves a mark with them. It's something they remember, and hopefully it'll help them, encourage them to read.
For players like Ben Ertlejack, who made a trip to Y.E. Smith Elementary, the experience is one they thoroughly enjoy.
I mean, whenever the kids show you, you know, the attention that they give you, and their faces light up, and the enthusiasm that they have just by you being there, it really makes you feel proud, you know, that you are a role model for them, and that the way you carry yourself just in everyday life, you know, they look at that and they're affected by that, and it feels good, you know, being that role model, and I think that they, you know, feel good associating with us.
On a recent visit to Little River Elementary School, Mike Hart and Corey Sharp both took time to read to a very interested group.
Say, you're not looking for a princess to kiss, are you? Asked the witch. Oh no, I've already been kissed. I'm the Frog Prince. Actually, I was hoping you could turn me back into a frog. Are you sure you're not looking for a beautiful sleeping princess to kiss and wake up?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy coming out here and spending some time with the kids, because I know when I was younger, I looked up to high school players, let alone college players. So, you know, if a college football player came out and talked to me when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, I would have just loved it. So I'm pretty much just doing what I would want done to me when I was a kid. So It really shows some support for the community, and it's a good time to go out and talk to the kids. When you go through your levels of school and you study more and more and you learn more and more things, it just becomes easier. You read more books and you become more used to more vocabulary and different areas of study. And it's actually a lot of fun. College is a lot of fun learning about lots of things. I think you don't expect the kids to react the way they do. I mean, they're really happy to see you. They want to give you hugs. They ask for autographs. They ask you some kind of weird questions sometimes, you know, like how old are you and are you married and things like that. But it's really fun. It's a really good time to spend some time with the kids, and I enjoy spending time with them.
First I carried, then my sister carried, walking home from the end of town. We couldn't walk fast. The milk slowed us down. Walking home from the end of town. Oh, how dark. Oh, how dread. Hurry up, my sister said. We're halfway home. Oh, what's that, I said? I didn't hear anything, my sister said. But I heard something, I said. I really heard it. Let's go back to Mr. Calendar's. No, my sister said. There's nothing here, nothing to fear. Oh, why does Mama always choose me when the night is so dark and the mind runs free? When I was in about second grade, I used to go into my mom's school, and the high schoolers used to read to me, and I always just wanted to, ever since then, I just loved being around people. And when I got older, people used to ask me to come and watch their kids, so my little goddaughter, I watch over her, and it's just the best feeling in the world, so I've always just wanted to associate with children.
Earn both hotel points and airline miles for the very same stay, only with the new Hilton Honors family. Now with more than 2,000 hotels, where your travel is more rewarding.
We've come a long, long way together. I have to praise you like I should.
Earn both hotel points and airline miles for the very same stay, only with the new Hilton Honors family. Now with more than 2,000 hotels, where your travel is more rewarding.
These guys are killing us. 4 new clients in 1 week.
Just came out of nowhere.
You guys site up overnight?
They can't be doing it all on the net.
I wonder how they handle all those calls.
Wonder if they're accepting resumes.
Verizon puts together the world's most powerful technologies so you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. Verizon.
We test dehydration under extreme conditions. We test how the brain works when the body is fatigued. We test over and over in a real lab with real athletes with a very focused goal of improving athletic performance. It's called the Gatorade Sports Science Institute. You can look it up.
Duke football is brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher, the official thirst quencher of the Blue Devils. You either have it in you or you don't. Gatorade, is it in you? Hotel facilities and accommodations provided by the Durham Hilton, official host hotel of the Duke football show.
It's 14-14 at halftime, and Coach, you got to be feeling pretty good about your chances because you're going to get the second half kickoff, and you get that second half kickoff, but it doesn't go the way you had planned.
No, we felt good about the way it worked out. We wanted to kick off, as we said earlier, to begin the game and hopefully pin them down there. Then we knew coming out in the second half, you know, we thought we'd have a good chance to move the ball. We ran the ball a few times, and then we threw an interception, and they didn't have very far to go to score their points. So the offense certainly gave up those 7 points. Hopefully your defense can go out and hold them to a field goal, but more often than not, coming off that momentum, the other team has a chance to score a touchdown. But still, 21-14, we've got a chance to continue to move the ball, and we moved it some, but we threw the ball. We threw it to them too many times in that half. Our defense did come up with some big turnovers for the offense and converted a couple of those into scores, but we've got to find a way to eliminate the big plays that we give up on defense and eliminate a way to quit giving the ball away on offense.
Coach's first play here is going to set the tone for the second half.
Well, the ball got tipped a little bit, and we also had a little miscommunication, but they intercepted, returned it down to about the 3-yard line. Carr does a nice job of getting the guy down, but when you don't have that far to go, that's tough to keep guys out of the end zone. Here's a sweep play, and there's nobody there for a while. And then here's a missed tackle. Then Pharrell Smith gets him down. Here's a pass that we miss a tackle, take it for a touchdown. We have got to find a way to get to be a better tackling team. Then we go back to handing the ball to Chris Douglas. He did about like what Williams did, just taking the ball, finding some holes. And now here's a little pass where we got Brzezinski wide open. We've overthrown that ball twice, and that overthrow cost us an interception. Nice play by Nate Krill, Matt Zielinski, getting in there and making the stop for no gain. And Zolman rolls out, breaks the contain on us, makes a nice gain, and finally Philip Alexander gets him down. There's a nice tackle by Zielinski and Alexander. I think Zielinski caused the fumble there, and I think Charles Porter may have recovered that for us. Here's a pass to Corey Sharp. I thought we could get him deep today. We had a couple of chances, and that's one we just missed, and another one we didn't throw. Here's Zolman throwing the ball over the middle. Again, we're in 3 deep. There's supposed to be a guy down there. We're just not there. Here is kind of an end-around play for a touchdown. It's Kenny Stanford on about a 29-yard kickoff return. I think they might have been offsides on this play. They decided we'd keep that 29-yard kickoff return. Here's D making a beautiful throw to Nick Brzezinski on a little corner route. Douglas in at quarterback again, keeping it around the right side for the first down. We give the ball to Chris Douglas again. Does a great job of running for it. And then here's Cedric Dargan getting the carry, gets it down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. And then D keeps it for the sneak and gets the touchdown. And I think we got Williams here on another fumble. And Sean Johnson, I think, recovered that one. And we come off this one and wind up throwing the ball in the next play to Mike Hart. D does a great job of drifting back. Mike uses his stiff arm, got the ball in his outside arm so he can make that stiff arm. Carries it in for the touchdown. Well, we got to go for 2 because we had a problem on the snap on the extra point. And then D does a nice job getting it to Mike Hart for the 2-point play.
Mike catches the ball extremely well, and he runs real hard when he does catch it.
He does. He had a great game for us. He's a warrior. He got nicked up a little bit, and I got plenty of time to talk about this because there's Williams again running the ball for about 56 yards. Zolman on the option, and we can't get him down. He runs in for the touchdown. And here's D scrambling. And this is something that D hadn't been able to do much this year. He's been got his ankles have been bothering him, lower legs have been bothering him. It affects his throws, it affects his scrambling. Here's a great throw to Ben Earljack for a big first down for us. And then we throw the ball down the field to Kyle Moore. What great concentration and getting his feet in bounds. Then another nice throw to Mike Hart. Well, what a catch. Yeah. I mean, that ball is bobbling everywhere. Then here's one on second down. I wish we could have had back. You just don't want to throw that ball, throw it away, do something else with it.
No matter how busy you are, there's always time to find great values at McDonald's. Like our irresistible McChicken sandwich for just 99 cents. Tender chicken, crisp lettuce and mayo, only 99 cents. And our classic double cheeseburger with 2 all-beef patties and 2 slices of melting cheese, it's also just 99 cents. Add fries and a drink for a $2.99 extra value meal. I couldn't wait to show off my new wheels at the reunion until I told my State Farm agent I really needed it fixed fast, and he mentioned Service First.
When you choose State Farm's Service First claims program, you don't have to get estimates. You go straight to a participating repair center where they guarantee their work. It's as simple as that.
I was looking good again in no time.
Ron?
Service First, just one more way. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Duke Sports Medicine Center is a national leader in the treatment of professional, collegiate, and recreational athletes and is proud to serve as team physicians for the athletes at Duke and North Carolina Central Universities. Dr. Claude T. Mormon III and the staff of the Duke Sports Medicine Center will continue to provide the highest standard of health care as they pursue their goal of becoming the #1 sports medicine program in the country. For appointments, call 1-888-401-7266 or visit them on the web.
At Capital City Chop House in Raleigh, you'll get the best of the best. Certified center-cut Angus beef of the highest quality. Ocean fresh seafood, veal, lamb, and pork entrees. It's not a new concept. It's time-honored tradition that ensures you receive the best food, best service, and best prices. Come see for yourself. Raleigh's only Chicago-style steakhouse is open for lunch, dinner, and cocktails. The Capital City Chop House, 151 Airgate Drive off I-40 and Airport Boulevard in Raleigh.
It's the Duke football play of the game, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz and your local Mercedes-Benz retailer.
Hart is lined up as a fullback in front of Chris Douglas. Not unusual. He's run this position before. He's going to lead the blocking as Douglas tries to follow. Nope. Throw into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. It is Nick Brzezinski with his 3rd touchdown of the season. Beautiful fake into the line to draw the linebackers and me into that fake. Next Saturday will be the final home football game of the season for this 2001 Duke football team, and it's, Coach, the final home game for a good group of young men who are making up your senior class this year. I know it's going to be an emotional time for them to come out on that field for the last time, but you got to play an NC State team that's coming off a 24-0 shutout of Virginia, and it's an interesting challenge for you.
Well, it is. The State Duke game the last few years has been a very, very competitive football game. We've had an overtime game and had some games go right down to the end. So I think our guys will be certainly excited to play that football game. It'll be senior day. We'll have 20-some seniors playing their last game. And I can remember playing my last game here at Wallace Wade, and it's a special time. You know you'll never play here again. You know that you want to go out and give your best effort. We talked to our team about why you play the game of football. You play for yourself, you play for your parents, you play for your school, you play for your coaches, you play for a lot of different reasons. But this week, we want to play for those seniors. I love for them to have the opportunity to leave here as their final game. They're having some great memories from a great last game here at Wallace Wade. So when they come back, it's some good memories that they can have.
All right, that's 1 o'clock for the kickoff. Duke and North Carolina State next Saturday here at Wallace Wade Stadium. We hope you'll be here to support the Blue Devils, and we hope you'll join us again next week for the Duke Football Show with Coach Carl Franks.